Now on DC News Now at 4.
A quadruple amputee accused of first-degree murder will remain in custody. You'll hear from attorneys on both sides of this investigation.
The Supreme Court taking up a high-stakes fight over birthright citizenship.
All persons, not citizens, all persons. We have to defend the 14th Amendment.
What's happening inside the courtroom and what it could mean for millions. Tracking storms across the region, meteorologist Damon Matson is tracking where they could pop up and when they will head out. It's launch day. All eyes are on a mission, pushing into the unknown.
They're going to be seeing parts of the moon that haven't been visible to human eyes before.
We're live from Cape Canaveral with the historic moment.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
DC News Now at 4. I'm Haley Mylon. Mark and Annalisa have the day off. A quadruple amputee and professional cornhole player had his first appearance in court in Charles County, Maryland today. Dayton Weber is accused of last month's murder of a man in La Plata. A judge this morning ordered that the 27-year-old suspect be held without bail. Our Dave Laval was in the courtroom today and heard what the judge had to say. Joining us now from Charles County outside the courthouse. Dave, how did the judge make this decision here?
Good afternoon to you, Haley. District Judge Patrick Vine ruled Dayton Weber a flight risk and a threat to the community. That means no bail for the accused quadruple amputee killer. Charles County Sheriff's investigators searched for evidence along Radio Station Road near La Plata Road back on March 23rd. They said Weber shot and killed Brad Wells the previous night while they rode with two other people in Weber's car. Court documents, or rather investigators, found Wells' body in a yard about 10 miles away on Newport Church Road in Charlotte Hall. Court documents said the two men got into an argument before Weber fired his gun. Authorities arrested him in Charlottesville, Virginia, a short time later. Weber remained silent as he appeared on closed-circuit television during today's hearing. His attorneys claim Weber fired in self-defense.
Based on the information that we have is that he shot someone in his vehicle and he left and was found in Charlottesville, Virginia.
There's a lot of supporters. They know who he is. They know he's a good guy. They know he would never do something like this if his life had not been immediately threatened.
Weber returns to court May 6 for a preliminary hearing. Coming up at 5 o'clock, we're going to tell you about another violent incident involving the two men. We're live in La Plata, Maryland. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Thank you to Dave there for that reporting. We'll check in with him again shortly. Let's get over to meteorologist Damon Matson for a first look at our forecast. Damon, dare I say it got almost hot today, for some people maybe.
I've heard that a few different times today,
Yeah.
Haley. Yeah, these warmer temperatures have been something else, almost reminding us a little bit more of early summertime. And it's this warmth, too, that is now leading to the stormier late afternoon, early evening we're about to have across the DMV. A front is moving in, running into all of the warm air we've built up, and now we're seeing those showers and thunderstorms bubble up. Most of the activity for the time being has been across Virginia, but we do have a couple of stronger cells that are making their way across the Allegheny front, and we have our first severe thunderstorm warning of the day. This is back over far northwestern Garrett County, right along the I-68 corridor. This storm is right over Friendsville, moving east toward Grantsville and eventually Frostburg. Main threats with this storm are 60+ mile-per-hour wind gusts and some small hail. This warning goes until 4:30 p.m. for that section of Garrett County. And as we look south, there's the other cluster cluster here. Now, the storms that have moved to the east across Fauquier, Prince William County, they have been fizzling out, but some of these other ones to the west over Culpeper County and then back toward the I-81 corridor, they're starting to flash a little bit of lightning, so we'll be keeping an eye on these as they drift toward D.C. and the I-95 corridor south of the city. And folks, this is why we need to keep an eye to the sky. That severe threat, there's still a level 2 risk out there for the rest of the evening time across the region. So we'll talk more about the timing of these storms, when things could be the most active, and yes, when it will start to quiet back down again. That's coming up in your full forecast here in just a little bit.
Damon, thanks so much. Talk to you soon. And Supreme Court justices seemed skeptical today of President Trump's efforts to restrict birthright citizenship in the U.S. A first for a sitting president. Trump was in the courtroom himself for arguments. DC News Now's Maddie Beertemple joining us live with the historic hearing at the High Court. Maddie, what can you tell us?
Haley, this case centers on a major part of the president's immigration agenda, and that's an order he signed on day one of his second term. But lower courts across the country have blocked it from taking effect.
The president arrived at the Supreme Court Wednesday while justices inside consider whether his executive order effectively ending birthright citizenship is constitutional. It says children born to parents in the U.S. illegally or temporarily are not U.S. citizens.
Unrestricted birthright citizenship contradicts the practice of the overwhelming majority of modern nations. It demeans the priceless and profound gift of American citizenship.
President Trump left after Solicitor General John Sauer wrapped up. The ACLU's legal director, Cecilia Wang, then told justices the Constitution is clear.
Everyone born here is a citizen alike. That rule was enshrined in the 14th Amendment to put it out of the reach of any government official to destroy.
The case attracted a crowd outside the court.
The Constitution clearly says that all people born in the United States are U.S. citizens.
People do take advantage of the system. Birthright citizenship should be removed for a bit.
California Democratic Senator Alex Padilla also joined the demonstrations.
We're here to defend something that shouldn't even be up for debate.
President Trump defended his order Tuesday, saying the 14th Amendment has gone too far.
It had to do with the babies of slaves, and hopefully it's going to say because our country is being scammed.
Now, after leaving the court, President Trump posted that the U.S. is the only country stupid enough to allow birthright citizenship. Justices are expected to rule on this case sometime this summer. Haley.
Now, Maddie, if justices do rule in the administration's favor, how many people would that impact?
Yeah, if this order were to take effect, more than 250,000 babies are born in the U.S. every year who could be impacted by this.
Thank you so much, Maddie, for that reporting. And new at 4, Republican leaders in Congress say they will pursue a path to ending the partial government shutdown of Homeland Security in coming days. House Speaker Mike Johnson and Senate Majority Leader John Thune saying in a joint statement today they would follow through on President Trump's directive to fully fund the department. This is a developing story, and we'll keep you updated on air and online on DCNewsNow.com. We have new video today of the burglar accused of breaking into several homes across Centerville, Virginia, while naked. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg is live at the Fairfax County Public Safety Headquarters. Hey, Daniel, this video is quite striking. The burglars, they struck again, right?
It is. At first, we had just a sketch of this man. Now we have that video. We first told you about this last month. This man was accused of breaking into at least 4 homes from March 5th to March 8th, one every single day. This morning, he struck again in what police say was an attempted burglary. It happened this morning after right after 5 a.m. in the 1400 14800 block of Palmerston Square in Centerville. In this new surveillance video, you can see the man, now described as about 6'1" to 6'3" feet tall with a skinny build. You can see him look inside the house and attempt to open the door, but when he couldn't, he ran toward a wooded area. Police say he's wanted for 4 burglaries, and at least 2 of the previous burglaries, victims say they saw him fully naked. They happened on March 5th on Bodley Square, March 6th on Leicester Court, March 7th on Ealing Court, and March 8th on Paddington Lane.
As far as gratification and his intent on these type of crimes, and we've worked very closely with our detectives with the sex crimes to see if there's any commonalities between individuals they've worked with in the past, and certainly our end goal is to make sure it does not exceed beyond what we've seen so far.
This man could face burglary, peeping, and indecent exposure charges. They're urging anyone with information to contact them, especially anybody with extra video. We're live in Fair Oaks. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
Daniel, thank you so much. And a Waldorf man has been arrested after police say he was peeping into the window of a child's bedroom. 63-year-old Philip Keys allegedly had his pants down while looking through the window. The homeowner says that Keys spat on him while he approached. This happened around 9 p.m. on Monday evening on Heron Court in St. Charles. Keys is charged with assault along with indecent exposure. And back in the district, police have arrested a stabbing suspect. It happened around midnight off of 9th Street in Northwest. That victim was rushed to the hospital, and we're still working to learn his condition. It's unclear, though, what led up to the stabbing. The D.C. Council passed a bill that would pause utility shutoffs for customers, and this comes as many have seen a sharp increase in their monthly bills. A new bill allows a 90-day moratorium and would only apply to customers who owe less than $1,000. However, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser spoke out against the bill, saying it's not the right solution.
The argument is people can't afford their electric bill now. What's to say they will be able to afford it in 90 days? They will just have a bigger electric bill, which is why I'm against moratoriums.
The mayor is also calling on the council to end the subsidies for D.C. residents with solar panels. She says those subsidies increase bills by about 15%. And still ahead on your news at 4, warmer weather continues in the DMV. How D.C. officials are planning to handle the rat problem here in the district. And a milestone for mankind. We are updating you as NASA gears up to send astronauts to the moon. And later, the president would like the federal government to take over the handling of mail-in ballots. We're going to tell you why. You're watching DC News Now, covering news where you live all across the DMV. We're going to be right back with more news and weather in just a bit.